He apologized profusely and admitted that he was a coward for not handling things better and treating me better. You guys are not even realizing how powerful you actually are. You are divine perfection in human form. You are consciousness having a human experience. You are a masterpiece. You are perfect in everything you say and everything that you do. Okay, so please claim that below because I think it's much more empowering for you to claim your love for yourself and your power within of who you truly are than commenting against yourself when you're trying to manifest your specific person or better health or a career, things like that. So please do affirm that below so you can really align with that. Today, I want to share something I intend to inspire you, a success story with one of my clients. He's back together with his mirror soul. So I'm just going to share a little bit of the success of what he just sent me. And I know that you might be new to the channel. And I also know that you might be going through a lot of frustration, fear, that sometimes your ego can really get a hold of you because you're doing things to, whether you're doing some form of inner work, but then you're not seeing any evidence of anything happening. So you consistently may be questioning yourself or feeling frustrated or insecure. So I understand what you're going through. I really do. I've been there before. All of my clients who have been in the position that you're in now got through it. You can get through this too. All of the clients that are now with back together with their specific person, either just committed or engaged or married and living together. They were where you might be right now as well. Okay. So don't give up on your soul's desire, but truly give up on your limiting beliefs. Anything of your ego, of your fear, doesn't matter. So you do need to detach from that. You don't ever need to detach from your person. You don't ever need to stop trying to think about your true love. That is almost ridiculous and it would frankly be impossible. But you have to learn how to truly turn within and recognize that if something materialized in your life that opposes the love with your person, that is information for you. It's not meant for you to grab onto it again. It's just information for you. If you grab onto it again and you believe in it and you identify with it, then you keep that materializing in your life, whether it be that you're materializing the illusion of separation, or if you're materializing that they are telling you they don't want to be with you, or that somehow the circumstance is greater than your love or greater than your power. You don't want to keep giving your power away and identifying heavily with your ego's limiting beliefs and fears. Remember, you are beyond all of this. You truly are divine. Your ego is it's just the personality, it's just the physical materialization, the expression. Call it a vessel, a vehicle, a conduit, a channel, an avatar, call it whatever you want. But anything and everything, including yourself, your body, your health, your awareness, your mind, your home, your specific person, friends, family, all of it is malleable and changeable when you make a decision and you stick to that decision. So I'm going to share the success story and I intend that this does help. So I say this with love. Again, I know you might be new to the channel. If you're just discovering me and you haven't seen other videos, I highly recommend that you do because not every single one of my videos will have kind of the practical, hands-on, instructional inner work to do. But I do have a lot of videos that I share it for free. Of course, if you have a session with me, then obviously we're going to get deeper into, obviously there's kind of this intake and, you know, we will have things that are more tailored to you. But you don't need coaching with me. You can also just watch the videos for free and manifest your person because I see plenty of proof of that as well. I have clients who are coaches in this space. And I'm saying that because everybody is playing it small in their human character. So sometimes it's just good to bounce things off of somebody else in case there are little blind spots or what have you. So I have coaches, I have psychologists, psychotherapists, entrepreneurs. I have people who are millionaires, doctors, lawyers, engineers. So I share that because no matter who you are and what your status is in life, you are more than the ego. You are more than the vehicle and the vessel. Okay. So you are the light, creator, consciousness, the I am, awareness, call that whatever you want. God literally chose you, created you to create on behalf of God. So you are that, but you also have to know when to step back and surrender and hand it over. If you're in a lower level of consciousness, I highly recommend that. It makes a world of difference. All right. So without further ado, let me read this. I intend that this helps. Before I do, if you do love me and my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It does help my channel grow, and I really do appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your true love, specific person, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package. My scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session after you've done that. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this. Uh, I just wanted to mention because somebody recently asked a question. So are you saying, and she wasn't meaning to be rude at all. I know where she was coming from. I usually can feel into people's intentions, whether their comments are innocent in nature or if there's something a little edgy behind it, where, in other words, where I might just remove the person because the energy just isn't welcome in the space. But I could feel into her, and she basically said something like, are you saying that this only works with deep soul connections, that manifestation only? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I try to communicate in my teachings is that you can manifest anything that you want. I have manifested other specific people who weren't my mirror soul, Hana. I've manifested them, and then I learned that it really wasn't worth it. But in some ways, when I think back, okay, well, it did bring me to where I was and it kind of prepared me for things. So I guess it was in some ways worth it. All I'm trying to say is that I get a lot of requests and I don't share with you guys some of the really, I'll use the word dark requests that I receive because you know what? It would probably trigger you because it actually does trigger me when I receive some of the requests. I don't receive them anymore. I used to, which is why then I started to just want to come on and talk about deep soul connection. So again, just to be super clear, you can manifest anyone that you want. You can manifest an apology. You can manifest a text message. You can manifest just dating somebody. Whether they are a deep soul connection or not, you can manifest that. Of course you can. You can experience because there's a desire for it. Sometimes our ego's desires are much smaller than what we were created for. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. So, anyway, you can manifest anyone and anything that you want. That's so hopefully that cleared that up. Let me read this now. Hi, Kim. I hope all is well with you. I just wanted to give you an update regarding my SP. I told you in our session that we went no contact back in February, and he has a daughter and was having issues with his ex-wife. So some of the issues were that the ex-wife was being so she's an extremely toxic person, and she was being extremely manipulative. But my client was observing a lot of things that were very triggering, like the SP almost appearing to want to work things out, then there being some form of connection between him and the third party on social media. Anyway, so it was a very toxic situation of this third party. It's not like they were all like lovey dovey, two peas in a pod, happy. Okay. It was toxic. It's just like if I had met my mirror soul at a time in our lives where we were both with the people that we were with, toxic relationships, I would still trust deep down in my soul that this was the one. I wouldn't do anything inappropriate in the 3D, in the material world, but I would know deep down in my soul, and it wouldn't make me wrong to want to be with them, right? When they were with somebody toxic, I was with somebody toxic. Okay. So loving your mirror soul is as natural as breathing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so you shouldn't feel guilty about that. Sorry, let me get back to this. So I haven't spoken to him since February 10th. It was very difficult for me in the beginning. As time went on, I realized that we were codependent of each other and that we both kind of would spaz out even if we don't hear from one another. It was really exhausting for both of us. I did not like the fact that he pushed me away in a text and then completely ignored me. That hurt me the most. After all this happened, it was nice to not sit by the phone hoping he would call and text, expecting him to choose her and not me. I figured, let me just, there's some things I want to leave out. My own ego was destructive. I stayed within and worked hard on making sure I felt good. I meditated and dreamt of him being with me daily. I imagined him apologize, and I knew that he would be the one to do it. It didn't happen as fast as I wanted to, so I doubted it would happen, but would immediately realize my ego was trying to take control. I'm not letting that happen anymore. I felt peace and I knew I was sabotaging myself. Do you see what happened? So, by the way, when you and your person are happy together, you want to stay dominantly in the end. My client did. Him mentioning just then that he would imagine the apology because he knew he would be the one to do it meant that he's seeing his person as accountable. But he also followed what I taught him and he allowed himself to stay in the end of actually being together. I just wanted to say that. Because if you only focus on the apology, you might only get the apology and then not necessarily the relationship, which you can simply just go within and stay in the end of being together and happy. Okay. On June 14th, he texted me out of nowhere and asked to speak to me. I waited a couple hours because I wanted to make sure my ego didn't try to jump in and take over. I responded and I agreed to talk. Now, I just want to also say something with this. Sometimes people make their specific person or mirror soul wait, or they don't respond at all, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But sometimes they'll make the person wait out of spite. Like, you kept me waiting all this time. You can wait for me. I'll get to you when I get to you. That's a different energy that's very ego based. And most likely, if you get in that energy, you're not kind of in alignment with love. You're most likely going to get a reflection back that you may not like so much. So you see, he waited because he wanted to just make sure that he was in alignment and he didn't want his ego to take over. Very different energy, very different intention behind it. He apologized profusely and admitted that he was a coward for not handling things better and treating me better. He told me that he always saw me as his person and he really cares about me. I'm getting choked up with this one. He said he was torn when he told me farewell because he knew that wasn't how he felt. He wanted to reach out sooner, but was too afraid to. Oh my God, I have a frog in my throat. Sorry. He said that he wanted to fix things and he doesn't care how long it takes. He's willing to put in the time to have me in his life. I was completely shocked, but my inner self said, I knew it and wasn't surprised at all. I responded calmly and told him I wanted to ask why now, but it doesn't matter. He agreed that it didn't matter. He said he loved me, and that matters more than anything. He told me that his lease is ending and he's moving to his brother's house and taking his daughter. He said he'll be there until he figures out a better living situation. When we were first together, he always recognized my birthday in numbers. So sorry. My birthday is November 11th, and when the clock would hit 11:11, he would always text me and say, "Make a wish." He did this every night. He hadn't done it since August of last year, and it made me sad. Last night, on June 18th, he texted me exactly at 11:11. I'm sorry. I'm so emotional today. And told me to make a wish. I told him I already did. He's amazing. I felt grateful and joyous because I am able to bring him back into my life by listening to your guidance, recognizing that he is a mirror soul of me and what I feel he feels, and also learn to let go of parts that hurt the most. I also learned that sometimes the things that hurt you the most are exactly what needs to happen to put you on the right track. And that's the truth. No contact was that for me. I learned to love myself and realize my responsibility in my 3D. Thank you for your kindness and wisdom. I have my SP back, and I'm going to love him every day for as long as I can. I'm sorry. I do have to get this out, and I'm not going to edit this much. So I'm sorry I got so emotional. I don't know why I'm so emotional, but it's okay. It's just the human part of me. So, anyway, please just trust what's in your heart and soul and don't give up on your mirror soul just because of the words that were said. If they weren't in alignment with love, it was a good thing. It was just for you to realize your power so you could go deep within, give yourself the love that you deserve, know your value and worth, and also know their value and worth. So, anyway, I'm sorry that I'm really losing it in today's video, but it is what it is. I intend that this video helped all of you guys. Please receive the message below with prayers and prayer hands and a heart. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.